All right, so today we're digging into a set of reports from the Department of Fisheries Malaysia that honestly feel more like a sci-fi novel than an agricultural paper.
It's all about the Malaysian giant freshwater prawn, Macrobrachium rosenbergi.
Or, as it's known locally, udang gala.
Exactly. It's a huge part of the cuisine there, but the way they used to get it was, let's just say, not very stable.
And that's really the heart of this deep dive, isn't it? This shift from what was basically hunting and gathering to, well, high precision science.
It is. Before all this, the entire industry, and I mean all of it, relied on what they call induck lyre,
Wild broodstock, just catching prawns in rivers.
which sounds romantic, but it's a logistical nightmare. You have no idea what you're going to get.
Right. Seasonal changes, inconsistent quality, and the huge risk of disease.
A huge risk. You just can't build a modern multi-million ringgit industry on that kind of uncertainty.
So the government stepped in. The sources detail this massive undertaking called the National Breeding Program. It started back in 2016.
Yep, at the IPP Pulau Sayak facility, with a roadmap all the way to 2025. And they were smart about it. They didn't just grab any old prawns.
No, they basically assembled a genetic dream team. They went to 5 very specific rivers: the Sektmuda, Estreperak, Estriptamun.
Tremor and Striplindu. All places known for having really high-quality, robust prawns.
Okay, hold on. Why go to all that trouble? Why 5 different spots?
Genetic diversity. It's
Yeah.
everything. If you start your entire program from one small group, you very quickly run into problems with inbreeding.
So you're basically future-proofing the entire species, genetically speaking.
You got it. They built this really strong genetic baseline for what they call G1, the first generation.
And now they're aiming for G7, the 7th generation, by 2025. But this is where it gets really technical. The reports mention a half-diallel cross-mating design.
It sounds super complex, I know.
It does.
But think of it like a very, very organized round-robin tournament for prawn dating. It's a structured system to see which family pairings produce the best offspring for traits like growth speed.
while making sure no closely related prawns ever get paired up.
Exactly.
But that raises the obvious question. In a tank with thousands of prawns that all look identical, how do you even know who's related to whom?
And that is probably the coolest part of this whole story. They use something called visible implant elastomer, VIE tags.
We're talking about neon color coding for prawns.
We are literally talking about that. Yeah. Once a prawn hits about 5 centimeters or a gram in weight, they inject a tiny dot of this biosafe fluorescent gunk.
Gunk.
Well, it's an elastomer. It hardens into a flexible, permanent mark.
Yeah.
And by using different colors and different body segments, you get a unique code.
So you can just look at a prawn and know its entire family history.
Instantly, the tank becomes a living swimming spreadsheet.
That is amazing. And the results coming out of this program, I mean, they seem to justify all this effort. The big number here is genetic gain.
Oh, it's significant. They're seeing an increase in body weight at harvest of somewhere between like 17.8 and 18%.
An almost 20% increase in size for the same amount of feed and time. In farming, that's a revolution.
It's a complete game changer. And it affects everything. Your food conversion ratio gets better, meaning it costs less to grow them. And you can produce post-larva the little babies year-round.
So that whole seasonal supply problem from the rivers.
Gone. Completely solved.
And this isn't some small-scale lab experiment either. We're talking over 1.7 million domesticated broodstock and fry produced so far.
And that's across a whole network of national centers. The economic impact is estimated at around RM 3.42 million already. It shows that moving away from wild stock isn't just about being sustainable. It's just better business.
So when you boil it all down, it's a complete paradigm shift. From relying on luck in a river to data-driven, color-coded aquaculture.
It really is. It's the Industrial Revolution finally arriving at the prawn pond.
You know, it does make you wonder, though. We're 7 generations deep, aggressively selecting for certain traits. At what point does this domesticated udang gala become so different from its wild ancestors that, well, that you have to wonder if it's even the same creature anymore? Something to chew on. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.